I'm sure you guys have been following the Brittney Griner story. She's a WNBA player, and she got caught with cannabis cartridges going into Russia. That's a big no-no. It's Russia. And she was sentenced to prison there. And obviously this caused an uproar because how could a WNBA player who just wanted to smoke a little pot be sentenced to a sweatshop in Russia? And by the way, I have been vocal. I thought the punishment was extreme for the crime, right? I'm not one of these people that's like, oh no, lock away every single person that has a cartridge of marijuana on them. I think what she did was stupid, and she's anti-American, and she's constantly commenting on America. But at the same time, I think that this sentence was also extreme. So I am in the middle of this. She's now been released in a prisoner swap. They swapped Brittney Griner for a merchant of death arms dealer, Victor Bout, a Russian merchant of death. That's what he's called, arms dealer. So I'm just trying to picture Putin getting this phone call because it's just so ridiculous. Ring, ring, ring. Mr. Putin, America is on the line, and they are very sad that you're keeping Brittney. I do not care. I do not care. We're keeping her. This is ridiculous. She's smoking pot. This is a very bad Russian accent, but let's go with this, right? Okay, America's on the phone again, and they're very, very sad. They say they're super sad that you have her. What is he calling me about the emotions of the Americans? I don't care about the emotions of the Americans. Okay, well, the activists in America say they're super de-duper sad, and they're wanting to know if they gave you your arms dealer, who is referred to as the merchant of death, would you give them back their pot-smoking WNBA player? Is this a prank? No, it's just Western philosophy. It's just America. So they want to feel good. So if you can just please give them their openly lesbian pot-smoking basketball player, they will give you back your merchant of death. Because, I don't know, it's America and it's 2022. And so this makes sense in 2022, where everything is rainbows and sprinkles and it's all about how we feel, not the practicality of what's taking place, which is that nowhere ever in the history of the world would any sane individual say it's a good idea to swap somebody that is entitled the merchant of death and is an arms dealer for a pot-smoking WNBA player. Two things can be true at once. Her sentence was harsh, but also, if we're gonna get her back, it shouldn't come at this cost, right? That's the answer here. And just in case you didn't realize how patently ridiculous the toddlers and tiaras that are running our nation are, Joe Biden, who can barely speak at this point, had these words to share about Brittney Griner's release.
Brittney is an incomparable athlete.
Hey, let's stop right there. Did he just say Brittney is an incomparable athlete? Who wrote this? What are we talking? It's the WNBA. There's no such thing as an incomparable athlete in the WNBA. It's the WNBA. So for all three of my listeners who watch the WNBA religiously, I'm going to have to assume that there are some athletes that we can, in fact, compare to Brittney Griner. All of them probably can be compared to Brittney Griner because probably a high school male basketball team could defeat the WNBA. I don't mean that to be insulting. It's just a ridiculous statement to say that she is incomparable as an athlete. But go ahead, Biden. Let's see if you can stick in some more ridiculousness.
A two-time Olympic gold medalist for Team USA. She endured mistreatment and a show trial in Russia with characteristic grit and incredible dignity. She represents the best America, best about America. It is across the board, everything about her.
She represents the best of America across the board. This is the Brittney Griner. This is it. This is the best. This is Americanism right here. When I think of America, when I salute the flag, when I pledge allegiance to the flag, when I wear red, white, and blue on the 4th of July, and I am thinking about all of the ways in which I love my country, Brittney Griner is the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know about you guys, but that's me. I'm like, oh, thank you for the brave people that have fought for our country's freedoms because it allows us to have pot-smoking WNBA players. This is really the best that America has to offer. It really is. And that is an extremely depressing narrative about the state of things today, but it's an honest narrative. I really do believe that the left sees this as a win, that they care so much about how they feel on the inside that they would be willing to put our country at danger. They would trade anybody to protect a lesbian pot-smoking basketball player that hates America. Like, that's exactly what the left's all about. And unfortunately, what this really represents is the decline of the West. That's the truth. The West is declining. We are in a steep decline right now because we have leaders that can look you in the eye and tell you that people like Brittney Griner are the best that they have to offer. So yes, Putin is laughing, because he should be laughing. It's just most ridiculous trade ever in the history of the world. It's like trading LeBron James for Danny DeVito. I like Danny DeVito. I like Danny DeVito's movies, but I don't think that the Lakers should take him to play basketball because it's a ridiculous trade. It would be like swapping Pokemon cards and someone's like, hey, I've got Pikachu. And then you come back at them and you're like, okay, I have Arthur the Aardvark. What? But that's not even a Pokemon. We even say it doesn't matter because it's a trade. It's the worst trade in the realm of politics. Brittney Griner being swapped for an arms dealer makes entirely no sense. It makes the kind of no sense like swapping LeBron James for Danny DeVito for a basketball team.